Our patent system puts a premium on rascality. I have taken out 700 patents for my inventions, but I have never had 1 minute's protection.
The speaker was the great inventor, Thomas Edison. The place was his experimental laboratory near Orange, New Jersey. The time was about 11 o'clock one morning a few days ago. Greetings. My name is Frank Carpenter, special correspondent of the Salt Lake Herald, and this is my interview with the Wizard of Menlo Park, Thomas Edison.
The people suppose I have made money out of my inventions. The truth is, I have never made 1 cent out of my inventions. All I have made has been out of manufacturing. My inventions have not been protected by the Patent Office. The companies with which I am connected have spent millions in trying to defend them. I have spent about $600,000 myself, and I believe I would be $600,000 better off if I had never taken out a patent. What I have made has been because I have understood the inventions better and have been able to manipulate the manufacturing of them better than the pirates. I could not have made anything had I not had large capital back of me, and the ordinary inventor has no protection whatever. His certificate of patent is merely a certificate to the poorhouse, and hundreds of inventors are ruined. They spend all they have in getting out their inventions, and they die poor. Let me tell you how it works. The inventor has a good thing. He takes out his patent, thinks he is safe, and organizes a plant to manufacture it. He has to have special machinery, and he makes special experiments, and it costs him $200,000 before he is ready to begin to manufacture. The pirate sees he has a good thing. He decides to compete with him, organizes a company with no responsibility whatever, bribes his men, and starts an opposition. He can, in most cases, now put up for $50,000 what has cost the inventor $200,000, and he feels in a few years he can make enough to retire, having gotten the cream of the invention. The pirate begins to manufacture. The inventor prosecutes him, but the court takes 3 years before they will hear the case. If they decide against him, he carries it to the Supreme Court, which is 3 years behindhand, and it is from 6 to 12 years before he can get a final decision. By this time, the pirate has made a fortune, and the original inventor is in most cases bankrupt. If the case is decided in his favor, the pirate is found to be irresponsible, and there is no chance for the inventor. What the courts should do is to prevent the pirate from manufacturing until he can prove that he has a right to manufacture. The original inventor, the man who has the papers, the man who has spent his money, should be given the benefit of the doubt. When this is done, our inventors will have some protection. Then invention will increase in the United States. The country will jump a generation in a decade, and everything will hum.
Do you think, Mr. Edison, that the inventions of the next 50 years will be equal to those of the last 50?
I see no reason why they shouldn't. It seems to me that we are at the beginning of inventions. We are discovering new principles, new powers, and new materials every day, and no one can predict the possibilities of the future. Take electricity. When we get electricity directly from coal, a lump as big as this tumbler will light and heat a whole house for hours, and a basketful would run a factory a whole day. In the generation of steam, we only get 14% of the energy of the coal. In electricity, we get 96%. When we get our electrical power direct from coal, a few 100 pounds will carry you across the Atlantic, and a few baskets full will take a railroad train from New York to San Francisco. I believe this to be one of the great problems of the near future, and I have no doubt but that it will be solved. I have been working on it for years, but I haven't got it yet. When it does, it will revolutionize everything. It will cheapen everything. and it will be the greatest invention of modern times. As it is now, we have to burn the coal to get the steam, and the steam gives us power, which runs the dynamo and produces electricity.
Will we ever have flying machines?
Yes, I think so, but it will not be on any of the plans now proposed. I have a different idea in regard to such matters, but I am not ready to experiment with them yet.
How about the making of fuel from water?
I don't believe it will ever pay. Water is the ashes of nature. There is nothing more like ashes. It took an enormous degree of heat to make the hydrogen and the oxygen combine to make water, and takes a great degree of heat to revivify them. I don't believe it will ever be commercially profitable.
Stay tuned for part 2 of my interview with Thomas Edison, where we talk about the phonograph and his telephone to the sun.